Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English shadowing channel. I am so happy to see you here again. Today, we have a very special, creative, and inspiring story. It is about a girl named Maya. Maya lives in a world of the future, a world of metal and machines. But Maya has a very unusual and beautiful dream. This story is perfect for practicing your English. You will learn new words about music, emotions, and the busy life of a big city. Are you ready to improve your speaking skills? Are you ready to train your ears? Let's begin our journey into the future. My name is Maya. I am 21 years old. I live in a city called Tokyo. It is not like the cities of the past. It is a city of the future. The buildings here are made of glass and steel. They are so tall that they touch the clouds and hide the sun. Everywhere you look, there are bright neon lights. The lights are pink, blue, green, and orange. They shine all night long. The streets are never quiet. Above the streets, flying cars zoom past like giant insects. Robots walk on the sidewalks. They clean the windows and deliver the mail. It is a very fast, very bright, and very loud place. In Tokyo, there is no silence. In my city, everyone is a scientist, a programmer, or an engineer. Life is about logic. Life is about numbers. My parents are both high-level computer engineers. They work for a big company that builds smart robots. Every day at dinner, they talk about efficiency and digital progress. They want me to be an engineer too. They want me to spend my life writing code and building machines. But I have a secret. Deep in my heart, I don't want to build robots. I don't want to live in a world made only of cold metal. I want to play the violin. The violin is a very old instrument. It is made of wood. In Tokyo, people don't play old instruments anymore. They think wood is primitive. They like electronic music made by powerful computers. They like sounds that are perfect and digital. But I do not like that music. I love the sound of strings. I love the way the wood vibrates against my shoulder. I love the way the music feels like a human voice. I found my violin 3 years ago. I was walking through the old zone of the city. I found a small junk shop. It was hidden behind a giant hologram of a soda bottle. The shop was full of old things, broken clocks, paper books, and metal gears. In the corner, under a pile of dust, I saw it. It was a violin. It was broken. It was dirty. But it was beautiful. I spent all my savings to buy it and fix it. I worked for months to clean the wood and replace the strings. Now, it is my most precious treasure. Every night, I wait for the city to settle. I wait for my parents to go to sleep. When the house is finally quiet, I take my violin and go to the roof. Our apartment building has 100 floors. On the roof, the wind is cold and fresh. I stand under the giant pink neon signs and I play. I play for the stars that I cannot see because of the city lights. I play for the people sleeping in the pods below. The music makes me feel free. When I play, I forget about the robots. I forget about the engineering academy. I feel like I am flying higher than the cars. But I am also a little bit sad. I have no one to play for. I think I am the only person left in this whole city who loves this kind of music. I feel like a ghost from the past. One Friday night, something strange happened. I was playing a very sad, slow song. The music was like a soft cry in the dark. Suddenly, I heard a new sound. It was not the hum of a robot. It was not the engine of a car. It was the sound of a flute. Someone was playing a flute. The music was coming from the roof of the next building. It was a light, silver sound. It danced with my violin music. I stopped playing because I was so surprised. The flute stopped too. The roof was silent again. I looked across the gap between the buildings. The neon lights were flashing blue and purple. I saw a shadow moving. It was a young man. He was standing near the edge of his roof. He was holding a long, silver flute. "Hello!" I shouted. My voice sounded small in the big city. "Hello!" He shouted back. His voice was kind and warm. "I am Kato." I thought I was the only musician in this district. "I have been listening to you for a week." "I am Meyer," I said. "Your music is beautiful. It sounds like the wind." "Your violin is better," Kato said. He smiled, and his eyes sparkled in the neon light. "It sounds like a heart. Let's play together." And we did. For the next hour, we played a song together. We did not have any sheet music. We did not have a computer to tell us what to do. We just listened to each other. We followed each other's rhythm. The sound of the wooden violin and the silver flute mixed together. It was perfect. For a moment, the loud, cold city of Neo-Tokyo felt quiet and magical. It felt like the city was breathing with us. The next night, we met on the roofs again. Kato told me about his life. He works in a factory making batteries for flying cars. He hates his job. He says the factory is grey and boring. His real dream is to go to a music school in the countryside, far away from the neon lights. I told him about my parents. I told him about the engineering academy. We talked for a long time. We realized we were not alone. We decided to be brave. "Let's play in the street," Kato suggested. I was shocked. "In the street? But people will think we are crazy. The police robots might stop us." "Maybe," Kato said. "Or maybe people will remember something they forgot. Maybe they need this music as much as we do." On Saturday afternoon, we went to the main square. This is the heart of Neo-Tokyo. There are thousands of people there. Everyone is busy. Everyone is moving fast. They are all looking at their holographic phones. They are talking to their personal robots. No one is looking at the sky. No one is looking at each other. Kato and I stood in the center of the square, near a giant fountain that glowed neon green. My heart was beating very fast. I was so scared. I held my bow, and my hands were shaking. Kato looked at me and nodded. He started to play a bright, happy melody. I joined him. At first, no one looked at us. Our music was small in the giant, noisy city. People walked past us like we were invisible. But then, a little girl stopped. She was holding a small robot toy. She pulled her mother's hand. "Look, Mommy. What is that sound?" she asked. She had never heard a violin before. She looked at me with big, curious eyes. Then, an old man stopped. He was wearing a silver suit, but his face looked very tired. When he heard the violin, he stopped walking. He stood very still. I saw tears in his eyes. He remembered a time from long ago. Slowly, more people stopped. A circle of people began to form around us. They were not looking at their phones anymore. They were looking at us. They were listening to the strings and the flute. Some people started to tap their feet. A young couple started to dance. Others just stood still and smiled. They looked peaceful. For 2 hours, we played every song we knew. We played songs of joy, and we played songs of memory. When we finished the last note, the square was silent for a second. Even the robots seemed to stop moving. Then, everyone started to clap. They were cheering for us. People were shouting thank you. And more. An old woman walked up to me. Her hair was white, and her smile was very sweet. She touched my arm. She said, "Thank you, Meyer. I haven't heard a real violin since I was a little child. I forgot how beautiful life can be when it isn't digital." That evening, I went home. I was tired, but I felt very strong. My parents were waiting for me. I sat them down and I talked to them. I told them everything. I told them I cannot be an engineer. I told them that my soul is made of music, not code. I showed them a video on my phone of the people in the square. I showed them the old man crying and the little girl dancing. My parents were very surprised. They looked at the video for a long time. My father looked at my violin. He touched the wood gently. "We didn't know music was so important," my father said softly. "We forgot that people need more than just machines. We want you to be happy, Meyer. We are proud of you." Now, my life is different. I still live in Neo Tokyo, but I am not a ghost anymore. Kato and I have a small band. We play in the square every weekend. People come from all over the city to hear us. They call us the musicians of the sun. We are saving our money every week. Soon, we will have enough to go to the music school in the countryside. We want to learn more. We want to teach others. Neo Tokyo is still loud and fast. The neon lights are still very bright. But now, there is a new sound in the air. It is a human sound. It is the sound of a violin and a flute. I am Meyer, and I followed my heart. I learned a very important lesson. I learned that even in a world of robots and computers, the human soul needs music. The human soul needs beauty. Never be afraid to be different. Never be afraid to follow an old dream. Your old dream might be exactly what the modern world needs to find its heart again. That was such an inspiring story. I hope you enjoyed Meyer's journey and her beautiful music. Did you feel the magic of the violin? Now, let's do the shadowing practice. This is the most important part. Go back to the beginning of the story. Play the video again and repeat after me. Try to match my speed. Focus on the long words like instrument, engineering, and futuristic. Don't worry if you make mistakes, just keep going. Practice makes perfect. If you practice every day, your English will become clear and natural. If you liked this story, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English lessons. Tell me in the comments. Do you play any musical instruments? Or do you have a secret dream like Meyer? I would love to read your stories. See you next time for our next English adventure. Goodbye.